So we'll continue with few other tests now. So today, now I'm trying to automate this basic authorization. Okay. So here, as you observe, we are getting the pop-up screen, and we need to enter the username and password and click sign in so that it will authenticate. So here the user and password is already given, admin. So that we need to perform through automation. Okay. Once I get that, I have to get the I need to asset after that. Okay, so if I say go to the screen now, I will create another file. Let's say we call it as basic auth test. Are you you're outside, or no, some sound I'm getting? Oh, okay, thank you. So yeah, so regular process. So describe. It takes two arguments. One is a string, another is a function. The string here we are trying to check the basic auth scenario, and we are using it. It will also take one string and other arrow function. In the test case I'm writing is basically it should access the page with basic authentication, right? So it should access the page with basic authentication is the test case. Now cy, so cy.visit, cy.visit, right here, provide the URL. So this is the URL, copied and pasted here. After that, okay. So we should, but yeah, but here, since it's a pop-up screen or pop-up window, uh, we can't say control click and then find the inspect button and all, right? So because of that, we need to authorize. We need to send the authorization information in the URL itself. Read out. So here, what is the username? Username is admin. Password is also admin. So we need to send that in the URL itself so that it will take that username and password and enter here and sign in. Okay. So let's say admin. So how do you write URL here? How do you send it through URL? You have to say username colon password. Since both are admin and admin, I'm writing here admin. Okay, so admin colon admin. So username colon password. After that, at the red symbol, and then you can use the regular URL. Any doubt? Is it clear? Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Second, is it still? I'm still sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Hello. హలో వినపడుతుందండి? ఓకే 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 ఒక్క నిమిషం మళ్ళీ పెడతాను, మేబీ ఇది ఫాల్ట్ ఏమో. హలో ఒకసారి మాట్లాడండి. యా నౌ ఇట్ ఇస్ క్లియర్. ఓకే ఓకే సో I'm now sending admin username colon password at the rate symbol and remaining URL. Okay, so that's how we pass the basic authentication through URL itself. Okay, so if I say okay, I'll save this and yeah, I'll run the command npx Cypress to open. So the so first time when it is starting, it will take some time. Yeah, so here there's a basic auth test, right? So if I say basic auth test, yeah, so it is visiting that page with this admin colon admin. Okay, so yeah, so here if you see, we have got congratulations, you must have the proper credentials. So we got the congratulations paragraph, right? So yeah, so we can also assert this congratulations. So if I can say here in the here if I say admin admin, there's only one paragraph, so we can directly take the tag name. Yeah, so I can assert using that tag name. So here I can find the element based on the tag name sci dot get sci dot get. So I'm using tag name here. Paragraph P is the tag name. So it should, now I'm asserting it should contain, so contain, it should contain comma, it should contain this whole thing, right? Like I'm copying this and pasting it here. So okay, so when I save the screen, it is running again, right? Now this time it will also assert. So here assertion is passing. Any doubt? So yeah, this is for basic auth. So basic auth, generally we send the authorization details in the URL itself. So username colon password and at the rate symbol. After that remaining URL. Yeah, yeah. So that is about basic auth. Now let's see. Okay, we have this one, drag and drop. Okay, so in drag and drop, what we do is we click this A, and I'm pasting it on the other window. so that A comes here and B it will swap. Okay, so this operation should be done through automation. Okay, so that's the task now. Okay, let's see how to do this. So here, uh, generally, if we see the, again I'm doing this, so it goes there, it goes back. But if I control inspect, this ID, so we can directly use for this A, and we can directly use this for B. Okay, so yeah. Now those two are the columns. Let's see how to drag and drop through automation. Yeah, so let's create one test file with the name drag and drop test dot site.js. So here it's describe. So same thing. Describe, it takes two arguments. One is a string and other is an arrow function. So in the string we have, we can say it's a drag and drop test. So drag and drop. Next, it is the test case. In the it test case also takes two arguments. One is a string and other is an arrow function. Right. So here it can be what is it? What we are performing? It should perform drag and drop, right? It should perform drag and drop. It should perform drag and drop. So here, so for drag and drop, okay, we are transferring the one content to other, one portion of the content to the other portion. Okay, so we have to use a class called, we have to create an object for a class called data transfer. Okay, we are transferring the data from one point to another point. Okay, so therefore we need to use a we need to create an object for the class called data transfer. It's an existing class. Okay, inbuilt class. So const, you can say data transfer is equal to new. So we are creating, new is the keyword used to create an object, right? Create object. So for which class we are trying to create an object? It is data transfer. See, it will get automatically that one. So data transfer is a class. So this is the, now we created an object. Okay, so in order to drag and drop, first of all we need to get this element, right? So first one is having ID as column A, right? Column hyphen A. So I'm getting that element. So sci dot get, because I'm using I'm using ID, I have to use hash. Okay, hash column hyphen, sorry, column hyphen set, so column hyphen A, right? Yeah, so now we need to for drag and drop we need to use a method called trigger. Okay, we need to use a method called trigger. Okay, it takes two arguments. Okay, one is so here we have to say drag start. Okay, comma, so because we are starting to drag it, so drag what, which object we are trying to drag. So object should be placed here in flower brackets, and then say object name, so data transfer, right? Any doubt? So we need to use trigger method, okay, which takes two arguments. One is we have to say that drag started, drag start, and then in flower brackets we need to provide the object which of which we are trying to drag. Okay, next, that means it will hold on to the object. It will hold on to the details of that whichever you started the drag. Okay, so now cy.get, okay, here it is uh, column B, right? So this one, it is hash column B dot trigger, again same trigger method we need to use. Now here, instead of drag start, we need to drop, comma, which one you're operating on. You're operating on the data transfer object, right? So data transfer object. Okay, so okay. Once it is done, now we have to assert, right? Now what should column A contain? B, right? So column A, so I'll get the element of column A, hash column A dot, now I'm asserting, right? So we should say should, column A should contain uh, so contain, here it's A or B, right? So if you see the text, you have header A, right? So here instead of A, it should have B. So capital B. Okay. Okay. This whole thing should be in okay. So should yeah, the column somewhere is brackets is missing, I suppose. Sorry, this one should be inside. Yeah. Okay. So here, similarly, what about the other one? Column B should contain column B should contain capital A, right? So this is the uh, so assertion we are trying to do once it drags and drops. Okay, we can also say prior to this, okay, prior to this it should be the opposite, right? So we can also say column A here, initially it should contain A before drag and drop, right? And it should contain B, right? Yeah, yeah. So now let's perform the execution. So here there should be already drag and drop test on. I'm clicking on it. Now it starts loading. Yeah, it's performing the execution. Column A is never found. Oh, sorry. Huh. We haven't visited the site, right? So we forgot to visit the site. So visit. So visit this URL. I'm saving it, so it should run directly. Yeah, it started running. It's going to the URL. It's grabbing A and dropped it. Yeah, the session is passing. Any doubt? So here we have automated this, the drag and drop functionality. Yeah. So yeah, for that we are using data transfer object. We are creating data transfer object, saying new data transfer and storing it in this variable. Now based on this, we are using trigger method. Once we get the element, we are using trigger method and saying whether it is start and drop. Okay, we are drag start and drop, and this should be operated on this object, on this. Okay, uh, yeah. So that's how we perform drag and drop. Yeah. Any doubt? Okay. So Now let's go to another one. So here we have I think we have frames here. Okay, frames. So yeah, if you see here, iframe. Let's take iframe. So, yeah. So this is iframe, right? So if I say control click and inspect, right? Uh, let's see. I'm clicking on this, okay, on this content. Let's say so. This is I'm clicking on this content, okay. So here, if you see, this is iframe, okay. The tag name is iframe. Can you see? So generally, whenever there's iframe as a tag name, it is dealt with differently. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Yeah, this even under this iframe, we have another HTML body, HTML code. Okay, HTML head, body, and so on. Okay, so let's see how to uh, automate this. You know, how to check the contents of the iframe. Let's say here we have this content. Your content goes here, right? So I want to assert this. Let's say I want to say I want to check whether we have this content here or not. It means we are operating on the iframe, okay? Because this your content goes here is present under iframe. Okay, let's see how to access that element and check whether we have that the text here. Okay, so that's a session we will make. Okay, let's go here. I'm creating iframes test dot site dot js. Uh, Describe has two arguments. One is string and other is an arrow function. So describe. So here it's iframes, and the test case. It also takes two arguments. One is a string, another is an arrow function. So here it should yeah, we are trying to switch between the frames and verify the content, right? So this is one window, like one frame, the outside of the iframe, and the other frame is this one, right? Okay, so we are yeah we are yes, let's say we are switching, it should switch. Okay, switch to iframe and verify its content, verify its contents, verify its content, let's say, yeah. So that's the test case we are trying to write. So site dot visit, yeah, so we are using this URL. Once we visit, we have to operate on the iframe element. So for that, we have an ID here. So we can use the ID for iframe, okay, to go into iframe, right? So I can say site.get. Here I can use the ID hash, and then I didn't copy it. So, yeah, so ID. So once we get that element, that's an iframe. That's not a regular element, right? So we need to do some operation on that element. So whenever you want to do something, so some work on any element, we use then method. Yesterday we saw, right? So then also then method also takes it will take a arrow function. Basically, it's called callback function. It's also called callback function, but yeah, arrow function. So in that arrow function, since it's an iframe, we generally use dollar iframe. Okay, so this dollar iframe holds that iframe element. Okay, now here we say we can, from here we want to go to till uh, body and then page, and then here sorry, paragraph, and then here we find your content goes here, right? So for that, let's say we can use find method. Okay, let's say um, dollar, everything is in dollar iframe now, right? So whenever you say whenever you are using iframe, so you have to use the method contents, iframe content. So you are getting the iframe contents using the iframe contents method. Okay, dollar iframe that has the iframe element. Now from there I want the contents of that iframe, so you use contents method. Okay, dot uh, here you have to, because it's a child elements, others are all child elements inside the iframe, right? So whenever you want to find a child elements, instead of get, you will use find. Okay, get is generally used to get the elements in globally. Okay, find is a method is generally used to get the elements uh, uh, get the child elements basically. Okay, so get is for global elements, means all the elements globally it will find throughout the code, but find will find only to that child element, to the child elements. So iframe child elements will be only be accessible through find. Okay, so find, so here first I'll find the body tag. Okay, so find body tag, so I'll use body tag. I'll find the body, so now I'll store that body in a, again, dollar body. Okay, so these are all generally jQuery statements, so we store like dollar symbol, using dollar symbol. Okay, so const dollar body. Now since it says jQuery statements, in order to implement Cypress methods, we need to wrap those elements. Okay, wrap those variables. Okay, wrap is a method which wraps wrap, which wraps the jQuery statements, jQuery objects. Okay, jQuery variables. Okay, so dollar body. Okay, dot, again we went only till body, now we have to go till p. Okay, so see, this can be written in other format as well. I'm just because okay, but I just want to show you the find method, how to use find method and all. Okay, so cy dot wrap dollar body find, uh, we are finding by using tag name p, paragraph p. Yeah, so okay, so p for a session we use should, right? Should contain, comma whatever the text here it is. Okay, should contain, should contain this whole text. Okay, so just to recap, right here, um, see, I can use on should method only on Cypress. uh, should is a Cypress method only on side dot. If I want to use anything, I need to convert this jQuery object into Cypress jQuery statement into Cypress statements. Okay, so for that I use wrap. Okay, so this iframe dot contents, this whole thing is a will return generally the jQuery methods. These are all jQuery methods, so which we are using. So it returns a jQuery object. So that jQuery uh, objects can be wrapped inside this wrap method, so that it will convert that into Cypress statements also. Okay, so then we can use the should method, because should method can only be used with Cypress, uh, right? Side dot only. Okay, so if we don't do this, we have to use expect method. Yesterday we saw expect method, right? That's also an assertion, so that can be used on jQuery method. That's a okay. It can be used on jQuery. So here should can be used when once we use the wrap method. That you need to understand. And find method is generally used to locate elements uh, under a parent element. So all the child elements can be found using find method. Okay. So till here, yeah. Now, so this is how iframe dot contents method we'll use, and the dollar symbol we generally use, mentioning that it's a jQuery implementation. Okay. So yeah. Now we can save. I saved it already. So let's run it. So we have what is it? Iframes test, right? Yeah, I'll be clicking on it. Let's see. Yeah, we got this. So yeah, we got this, and yeah, it is accepted. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. So that's how we can automate the or assert the iframe contents. Any doubt? So iframe is generally a HTML in the HTML code. You generally find iframe tag that determines that it's a iframe element. Okay. Okay. So that is about frames. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see JavaScript alerts. So this is also important. Let's see JavaScript alerts. Okay, so here if you see, if I click this, we are getting a pop-up. Okay, now I want to assert this text. Okay, how to do that? So if I say control click, I'll not get any inspect option here. Okay, so because it's a pop-up window, we don't get an inspect option. Okay, so similarly if I click this is an alert, so this is second one is uh, confirm, like you'll get cancel or okay. Okay, if I say okay, it will say here, it will say you clicked okay. Okay, if I say cancel, here it will say you clicked cancel, right? So similarly there is a prompt button, so here we need to enter something. Okay, so this is a test, let's say this is a test. So if I say you entered, this is a test. So if I click prompt, I don't get any inspect option for this window, pop-up window. Okay. So let's try to automate these three. Okay, let's go to this here. Uh, here I'm saying it is script pop-ups. Let's say instead of alerts, I say pop-ups. Test dot side dot js. Okay, so here yeah, describe has it takes two strings. One is sorry, it takes two arguments. One is string and the other is an arrow function. So describe. So we are using JavaScript pop-ups. JavaScript So here we have different uh, three different tests, right? Three different tests. So let's write all the three. So first one is we should handle JavaScript alert. Okay, it should handle, this script should handle JavaScript alert. Okay, okay, JavaScript alert. This script, it should handle JavaScript alert. So it will take an arrow function. Okay, okay, let's see the JavaScript alert. So first we have to visit the page. So side dot visit, side dot visit. Going to JavaScript alerts. Yeah. Okay. Once we do that, we have to first click this button, right? So this one we can find the uh, element, right? So with the help of inspect, we can find this one. So here, yeah. So if you see, there is a there's a tag and there's an attribute, right? On click, yeah. So this I can use to find this element, and then I can click on it, right? Yeah. So side dot get. So side dot get, inside get, generally what we are using is we are saying button, right? So I just copy this whole thing. It's better to copy. Okay, button, and then it's a tag name. So I just say button, but after that it's a attribute name and value, right? So this one I'm copying it now here to here, and then pasting it here. Yeah. So now I got the element. From there, now once I get the element, I need to click on it. So we are using click method for that, right? So this one we got the element and I'm clicking on it. So once I click, I'll get the alert. So alert, since I can't have any code for this inside this HTML code, I need to delete separately. So since it's a JavaScript, okay, code, this whole thing is a JavaScript code. So we generally use listeners, right? Okay, so we take the window object and we try to work on it. Okay, so we have a method for listeners. Generally we use on method. Okay, whenever something happens on, we use on method. Okay, side dot on is a method. Okay, so it takes two arguments. One is a string and other is a callback function or arrow function. So here, so when pop-up is, so this is a window alert, right? Windows alert. So this will be called as window colon alert. Okay, when this event, we call this as event. Okay, when this event triggers, on means even whenever some event happens, we use method called on. What is that event happened? Alert event. So whenever this window alert event triggers, okay, do something. That's what we are trying to say using on method. Okay, so once we get the window alert event, so it will get the window. It will get the handle of this pop-up window. Okay, alert window. So from there, I say okay, whatever text here, right? So we can grab that. So using select by saying text. Okay, text. We want that text from that alert window. and we are expecting that text. Now since it's a Java, it's a jQuery, okay, jQuery object now, so we are saying expect instead of should. Okay, expect, we are saying expect this text. Okay, this text dot to dot contains this contains, what is this, I am JS alert. Okay, so this should contain in the string I am JS alert. Any doubt? Yeah. So this is now we are asserting this one, right? So once we click OK, right, we need to even capture that. Okay, so once I click OK, what I got here, yeah, this one, yeah. So here, sorry. Okay, so when once I clicked on OK, I got this one. You successfully clicked on alert, right? So this one I have to assert now. Okay, if I go here, come on, this, yeah. So here I got this has ID. So based on ID, I can grab this text. Okay, grab this, get this element and set this text, right? So it's simpler, right? So sci dot get, I have the ID anyway. So ID is we use in the strings we use hash, and this ID name is result. So it is result. Okay, so we get the element now. From there we are using, because it's a sci method, should is a sci method, we can directly use should instead of expect. So should, it should contain uh, this. I've successfully clicked an alert. Yeah, any doubt? Okay, I'll just comment these two for now. uh, let's see. So basically, yeah, once we execute we can describe that. Yeah, okay, so which one is it? JavaScript props. Yeah, it is going to that URL. Yeah, it's clicking. Yeah, it's so quickly, it, it did it. Okay, so alert on JavaScript alert, right? It's expecting that and asserting, and then again it's asserting this. You successfully clicked an alert, right? So you couldn't see that here, right? The pop-up here, because it's a JavaScript code. So it will this code, the automation script we wrote, it can directly handle that event. Okay, it will not appear here. Okay, yeah. So that's for JavaScript alert, but there are other two. So I think the other one is, what is it? It's a confirm window. Yeah, yeah, confirm pop-up. Okay, so this one. Yeah, so even this, if I say, if I click this and yeah, first let's get this element. Again we have this JS confirm, and we can use the same tag and attribute value. So basically I copy and paste till, sorry, I'm keep getting this one. Let's see. Okay, so here I'll copy this whole thing till here. Just save the time. Okay, so here this is JavaScript confirm, not the alert, right? Confirm. Okay. Now, so same URL. Here, instead of alert, we have confirm. JS confirm. Okay. So this is on click. So if you see here, JS confirm. is the value of on click, right? So now we got the element and we clicked on it, right? Now once we click, we need to say, when I say click this, so it says whether we have to say OK or cancel. Let's say we are saying OK. Okay, when I say OK, it will, the result will be say you clicked OK, right? So that first I need to handle that pop-up window. So in order to handle it, again I'm using sci.on. Okay, sci.on. When and here instead of window alert, okay, I'm using window confirm. Okay, window confirm. So comma, it will take the arrow function. So here again, here it's not a text here, right? Generally, whether we say it is okay, it's not a text, so we don't need to write any code here. We just say, well, we just click it, right? We'll just say click OK or cancel. So when we say OK, it is true. When we say cancel, it is false. Okay, it is saved as false. So let's say we are clicking OK. That means we need to mention here true. Okay, so confirm window true. True means we are saying OK. We're clicking OK. Okay, once we click OK, here we got OK. Now this one again same results, and then this one. So I'll copy the same thing to get that assertion. Okay, and paste it here. Okay, but here instead of this we have you clicked OK. Yeah, so same ID, that's why I'm using this one hash result. Okay, and then it should contain this. So now we are asserting as well. Yeah, so yeah, let's save this and see in the side window. So it is now again loading. So it will, yeah, it will run two tests. First test is done, second test also done. Okay, it says click, you clicked OK, right? Let's see if I say false here. Okay, let's say false. That means you clicked cancel, I should get, right? Let's confirm that whether I should get cancel. So if I say just confirm, I'll say cancel. I'm getting cancel, right? Okay, so here instead of OK, I'll say cancel. I saved it. Again, it starts running. Yeah, it started with alert. That is done. Second test it is running. Confirm. Yeah. So you clicked cancel. So that is for confirm pop-up window. Okay. JavaScript. The last one is what is the last one? Yeah, it's a prompt. Okay, JavaScript prompt. So here I can say, yeah, this is a test. Test and click and then click OK. Yeah, so that we can assert. If I say click OK, here we get you entered this is the test. Yeah, so this whole thing we can try to execute now. So here same, it should, I'll copy the whole thing till here. So here it should handle JavaScript confirm, but here it should handle JavaScript prompt. So here I say prompt. Yeah, JavaScript prompt. Let's see what is the how to get an element this one. So here saying JavaScript prompt. Okay, so I'll copy this and then paste here in place of confirm. I'll paste this one. Yeah. So now this is till here. Now we click this, right? Now we got this window. Now how to handle a prompt window? Here we don't have a we don't get the text. Okay, we don't grab the text, or we don't say cancel or OK. Here we need to enter something. right? So this is dealt differently, bit differently than the previous two. Okay, so for that we use a window object. Okay, um, here what we do is we generally grab the whole window. Okay, so let's say we generally grab the whole window first. So window, okay, cy dot window gets the window object. Okay, and then we function, we manipulate, or we, you use then statement to work on the window object now. Okay, okay, so first, before getting this whole thing, before clicking here as well, first we need to grab the window object. In total window object we'll grab. So that how we can get that window object by saying cy dot window method. Okay, dot then is used to work on that window object, right? So here it will take, then will take an arrow function, right? So here we pass that window object saying let's say win. Okay, so now the window object is this in win variable. Okay, now whatever we do, we use we do with the help of win object, win variable, because it is having the window object. Okay, any doubt here? Yeah, so now generally, in order to enter, it's bit we can't directly enter, so we need to create a stub means a fake one. Okay, a dummy one, or is, or a sample one. Okay, instead of original one we are using a stub. Okay, so that we can create a stub by using stub method. Okay, cy dot stub, and we pass window object. Okay, and we say what which one we are trying to automate. Prompt JavaScript, right? Prompt. So this will return, sorry, this once we get the prompt window, when I say this one, I get this prompt window, prompt pop, right? So that is so this whole thing, stub win prompt, this whole thing will return. Okay, this one. uh, so one second, it's not written this one, it's how to say this clearly. So basically it will create a stub, and it will, let me write the code first, and I'll explain each of that later. Yeah, returns, it will return, so we can return the text which we are trying to give. So this is a test. Okay, once we do that, it says I dot, now I can use this one, cy dot get, and this whole thing. Okay, so yeah, let's see what we are trying to do is, before clicking, before getting this window itself, we are trying to get hold of this. So before getting this pop-up, I mean clicking on this and getting this pop-up in pop-up window, right? We are initially creating a stub, and whenever there's a prompt, please please send this information onto that window. Okay, so before clicking itself, we are grabbing the window object, and whenever there's a prompt, written this text to it, we are trying to say in this statement. Okay, so what will it will take this test, whenever then it will, when the click is happened, whenever the window has appeared, it will send this text to this window and say okay also. Okay, yeah, so now once we get it, we can insert this, right? So let's say here I'll write this is the test, and I say okay. I'm saying I'm getting this one, right? So again, the result is this one. So I can use the same whatever I used here. I can use the same statement, but I can change the text to assert. The text you are getting is you are entered. This is the test. Yeah. So I'm saving it. Yeah, it's loading. Now there are three tests. So first test alert is done. Second test is done. Third one is running now. Yeah. So if you see you entered, this is a test. So the first prompt is a bit tricky because first we need to get hold of the window, and we are creating a stub, a mock one, say saying that whenever there's a prompt, return this text. Okay, to enter this text and say okay. Okay. So once there is a pop up, it will send this text to it. Okay, and then click OK. So then we can assert that. Any doubt? Okay. 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 I think shall we stop here, or you want me to continue?